Sade Adu was born in Nigeria, but she hasn't gone back there in decades. And this is probably why. If you're a fan of the English band Sade, you probably already know that their lead singer, Sade Adu, was born in Ibadan, Nigeria, to a Nigerian father and a British mother. She spent her first few years living in Nigeria, too. But she has not been back to the country in over 30 years. And the reason is quite unsettling. In the early 90s, Sade and her band were already famous world over, topping charts and winning awards, including a Grammy for Best New Artist. But while still basking in their smashing success, global tours, and fame, Sade received news of her father's death. You see, Sade's father had remained in Nigeria after separating from her mother when she was just 4. Her mother had taken her and her elder brother to the United Kingdom after that. But Sade was very fond of her father and her extended family on his side. She would send them money, gifts, and letters from all her tours and travels. Hearing about her father's death crushed her, so she came back to Nigeria for the funeral. And something happened that day that made her never return. Sade herself hasn't publicly verified this, but we'll tell you what we know. When her father died, Sade flew to Nigeria to pay her last respects to him. But as the funeral service was going on, the officiating pastor in charge sat in his chair, visibly uncomfortable, shifting and grunting as the day's proceedings continued. At some point, he couldn't hold it in anymore. He rose from his chair, grabbed the microphone, and went on a long rant. He talked about Sade's father, Bisi, who was lying in a casket waiting to be buried. While he was alive, Bisi, Sade's father, was a professor from Ekiti State. He was respected in the community as one of the first people to graduate university. The pastor seemed to be angry about the fact that Bisi was the first graduate from his little town in Ekiti, but never associated himself with the place. He then turned the moment into a sermon about how people should learn to be useful and good while alive. It is said that the pastor had a problem with the fact that Sade's father married a foreigner, even though it was not considered taboo in Nigeria at the time. Sade was said to have attempted to defend her father's legacy by speaking up, but it didn't work out. Doing our own research, we found out that her extended family in Nigeria confirmed that they had lost touch with the singer just after her father's funeral. Whether this story is an urban myth or a conflation of many defining truths remains to be known. Follow Odd Nigeria for more bizarre, fascinating stories from the largest black nation on Earth.